Hello, I'm Erin Peters. I'm the Executive Director of the Northwest Catholic Counseling Center. For 25 years, the center has been providing help and creating hope for everybody who walked through these doors. And these days, the need has never been greater. But with your support, the center will be here for anyone who needs mental health counseling. And it all started 25 years ago.
Many years ago, Catholic Charities had closed their counseling department, and there were 4 or 5 priests in the area who felt that they needed a place that they could trust, that they could send their parishioners to.
The concept originated out of the idea that they had limited resources for their parishioners, and they wanted to be able to provide affordable, professional counseling in an atmosphere that also exemplified the gospel values of compassion, justice, equality.
In terms of service to the community, I think it's become more and more important with the government cutting back on its social welfare programs and several other community health centers closing their doors. I think our center has become more important to the community.
I think for me, the mission has been ensuring that everybody has a place they can go, regardless of their financial circumstances, regardless of their religious or positions or traditions, that they can come in and find help when they need it from people who really care about providing that kind of care.
So Sister Barbara for me was the missing link that I needed in my life because I had no one to share my story with. I couldn't talk to family and I didn't share with friends, and I had sort of lived in isolation around what was going on at home. Yeah, I didn't have the strength, I didn't have the tools, I just didn't feel like I could do it on my own. And it was with her supporting me and coaching me and I did it, and I'm really proud of that. I'm proud that, you know, we were happier. The household became peaceful.
I kept hearing just wonderful things about Northwest Catholic Counseling Center. So one day when I was in a little over my head, I decided I'm going to try them out and see if they're as good as everybody says they are. And so I came in and talked to Sister Sarah, and didn't take her long. She set me straight. And then periodically through the years, I've just come back. Well, they let me talk, which I do very well. You know, I love to talk. And so they would listen, and periodically they would interject with a question or a statement. And I would stop and think, oh, yeah, that's what's going on. Or why didn't I think of that? And it was always with such kindness, and the Kleenex box was always right beside me. I should really buy them some Kleenex. I used a lot of it.
I was alone, and I knew that if I didn't do something, that I was going to hurt myself. So I got on the phone, or got the phone book, and I looked for places around, and I made a few phone calls, and the counseling center was the only one that called back. Actually, it was Barbara who called back, and I told her it was up, and she says, well, be here in a half an hour. And I said, I will be. And it was that act of loving kindness that saved my life. Literally.
Well, I can think of a young man who went to Sister Sarah early on, was having some emotional issues. The father was dying. The mother was beside herself, of course, in grieving. And they needed help to sustain the family both during the experience of the father's medical illness, his unfortunate resulting death at a very young age, and then, of course, the aftermath of how does the family get back together and provide the stability that it's going to take and nurturement after the death. And that child, on and off for a period of 3 years, went to counseling. It made all the difference. Now 3 more years have elapsed, so now he's in middle school and doing very well, as is the parent.
Wesley experienced some anger issues and just had a difficult time with dealing with them, and so seeking out some counseling for him was what we decided to do, and the recommendation was the counseling center.
Todd and I both feel that if there is something that comes up in your family, you need to seek out to better yourselves and to better your family as a whole, whether that's in a marriage or in a grief situation, anger situation. So, oh gosh, no, there was not even a question about seeking out counseling at all.
I was nervous at first, as most people probably are. But then as I warmed up to Sister Sarah, I got more comfortable and would share more and more about my personal life with friends, family. And she helped me, just gave me a lot of tactics and solutions for when I get angry and teased. And now I'm like, why did I do that? I'm much better now.
The future says, to me at least, the need for these services is not going to diminish, and in fact, it's going to grow.
This is a community center, a community counseling center. This should be supported. This is where money should go in to take care of the community at large.
It provides comfort to my faculty to know that Sister Sarah or the Northwest Counseling Center is only a telephone call away.
The Northwest Catholic Counseling Center for me is more than a job. It's a ministry. It's for me personally a way of being with people who are in need, a way for me to help to ease the pain that exists in our world, and it's a privilege to do that.
It's humbling to witness someone say, I think I know what I need to do now. I think I have the strength and the courage to do it. It's very humbling.
I have a plaque. I used to have it on my wall at school. You cannot love others until you love yourself. You have to forgive yourself for everything. And that was something that I learned at the center. But it's just a blessing to the community. It really is.